YouTube, do y'all wanna hear a story? This story is the time I bought a mom at 14, but I turned myself 17. Let's get into it. Alright, I went to a friend's house. I went there and I'm like, nah, forget this. Yeah, bad. I left. And I was like, I'm a ball. They didn't believe me. They all laughed at me. Right? It's like, alright. Well, then I went home, kicked my fake family out. Don't ask me what everything was said. I don't know. I don't remember. But they wanted to get free. They want to be free. They hated watching me. So I was like, leave. I'll take care of everything. So I did. I was like, alright, now I need to know how to get money, right? So I started working everywhere. And then, like, I got a bunch of money. I was doing it right. And then I got a car, right? I don't know how I got the car. I just know I got a car. And I was like, you know what? It ain't gonna work if I'm 14. So I turned myself 17. I turned myself to look 17, and actually was 17 through magic, right? Then, like, this was a shitty car. It could barely go anywhere. But I got the car. Don't know how I got the car because I can't remember. Got the car. That's what drove me to work and back and forth. I had a fake ID. I don't ask me how I got the fake ID because that's blurry. But I got a fake ID off someone. I think it was at a gas station. Not gonna lie. I don't know. I got a fake ID off someone, right? And then, sorry for my hair. Every time I wash it, it goes bad in 2 days, I swear. But anyways, I was balling. At this point, I had 10 grand at a bank account. Imagine a 14-year-old that turned himself through 17 through magic, angel magic, by the way, and turned himself 17. And I started balling, dude. I had over 10 grand in my bank account. I was living it up. And like I filled the house like I was a kid, so I wasn't really partying. I didn't have friends. I wanted to stay away from the bads. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy me a mom. So I posted on Facebook trying to buy a mom. Like I had a whole wrote out just perfectly. I can't remember everything I said. I can't find the post. It's forever ago. But right, somebody responded. A bunch of people, a few girls responded. And I picked one, right? And then like she moved in, and like I was like, I'll pay you 5 grand or a couple grand if you stay with my mom. And she's like, all right. And then like a few months down the road, it's like she wasn't really a mom. She was just using me for my money. Like I'll give her 5 grand random times, but like she only want to be around me when I give her money. I'm like, all right, we're cool and all, but like I would buy my own stuff. I buy the food. She wouldn't make nothing. Like she just wanted the money, right? So eventually I fired her. But I had my own apartment, so it was good. And then I was like, I'm just gonna live on my own. Like she didn't do nothing except for want money. So I was like, you know what? I fired her eventually. She wasn't a good mom. You know not to buy your moms or buy a mom. But anyways, I kept living, kept paying rent. Imagine I was 14, turned myself 17 by the way. I drove a shitty car. I fixed it up myself. I would go and look on YouTube to what it needed, like take pictures of it, and then like look it up on Google, and then look it up on YouTube how to fix it. I straight up did that, and then like people, like I was spending money like crazy on random stuff, right? And then like I just people started coming to me like wanting money. I was like, alright, you want money? You gotta tell me a good story. And then eventually sinners came. Like I could just look in their eyes and see the demons. They wanted money from me, and when I stopped giving it out, that was a target on my back, right? It was a fucking target on my back. So I would hardly sleep. There'd be always people at my door or in my yard or wherever. But I just kept doing me. I had a baller room. I had a little basketball goal on my door. I had collectibles. I had art. I had all kinds of shit everywhere, right? And then like I started doing drugs. Like, what I done, I'm right. You know what I'm saying? Around this 18 plus 21 video, so this ain't a shit said in the beginning. And dealing with high people, ain't gonna say who. And I'll pay rent down like a couple months. And then one time I took the car, it's another story though. That's how I got something. But anyways, yeah. That's the story how I bought a mom at 14, but really for myself 17. Drive the car, fix the car, I did everything, bro. I was balling. And then it got to the point I was like, I miss my fake family, or I miss my family. I call them family, even though it's fake. So I called out to them. They moved back in, which I told them they was like, do you got a bunch of money? We've been hearing stories, we've been hearing the rumors. I'm like, and they told me you have to throw everything away, you can't have nothing, and you just throw it in the trash, and we're gonna start over again. I took that to heart. I took it literally, right? I had over 10 grand. Emptied my bank account, right? Went and got the money. I did all this before, because I had a feeling, I was like, I knew they was gonna tell me throw everything away, right? But I was like, alright, they want to tell me throw everything away? That's cool. Threw everything away, plus, like 10 grand in the trash. Literally. Wadded 10 grand, threw it in the trash. And then they came and was like, you got the money, you got the money. I'm like, told me throw everything away. So it's in the trash. And they're like, hurry. I'm like, it's too late. People done check my trash. They done got everything. They was pissed. But they're like, you can do it again. I'm like, but I just want family. You told me I had to throw everything away if I wanted a family. It was fun. It was fun. But yeah, that's just a story. One of my stories. I've been through a lot and had fun stories and had bad stories, but that's the story on how I bought a mom at 14, turned myself to 17 through magic, angel magic. Peace. Love y'all.